Hello. Welcome to the dungeon. Hello, I'm Falafel, maître de dungeon. Please, allow me to show you to your cell.
Welcome to Flyby Films, a once or twice a month podcast where, using the magic of distance defying tubes or some stupid shit, we get together and talk about films that either have been or will be forgotten. I'm joined by my co host, Blake Collier, over in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I'm sitting in a nice little box in Chico, California. Jamison Barsotti is the name. And today we're going to be talking about the movie that is best known for being remade by Forrest Whitaker and Adrian Brody in the direct-to-streaming, direct-to-DVD movie called The Experiment that came out in 2010. Yes, we're going to be talking about the German film Das Experiment, which
shit.
which stars the boyfriend from Run Lola Run.
Shit!
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
That I have a little bit of a story about this, Blake.
Oh, okay, beautiful. My first question was how did you come across this as your pick?
And that is, I will grace you with the answer of that. So you also asked me a question about the time you were trying to find a copy of this to watch, and you were like, "Hey, where did you find a copy to watch?" And I texted, "I have the DVD, bitch." And
I was like,
I
well,
do.
thanks a lot, you asshole.
Yeah, I do. I have the DVD. I got it from Hollywood Video when they closed, and
That is funny.
my Hollywood Video had a copy of it. When I was first kind of like interested in renting movies and watching things kind of that were under the radar a little bit, I would go to my Hollywood Video, and the guy behind the counter, I asked him for a recommendation, and he was like, "Oh, check out this movie. I know it has a goofy ass cover, which it does. It looks like a B movie, but he's like, no, it's really good." So I watched it, and I was young, it's kind of
impressionable.
Impressionable, and so yeah, I was like, oh yeah, that was better than I expected. And this was
how young were you?
I was 16, 17, probably.
So how did you react to seeing boobies?
I was probably pretty excited about it. I mean, Blake,
because I believe at one point during my watching of the movie, when I finally found a German version of it on YouTube that I could auto translate into English, which was, by the way, a horrible experience, but I got the gist of the movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, AI. I got to the point where you see boobies, and I sent you that exact thing on Discord, if I'm not mistaken. I said, boobies!
Yeah, you did. You did. I remember the moment. Blake, I'll just shoot it back to you. How do you think 16-year-old Blake would have reacted?
Deeply confused until the boobies. And then deeply confused afterwards.
But, but a little happy.
16-year-old Blake, happier. I mean, I'd already seen Clockwork Orange at that point, probably a couple times, honestly. I don't know. I'd seen some strangely highfalutin films by that point, so maybe I wouldn't have been super confused by it. I don't think I would have understood. I definitely wouldn't have known about the Stanford Prison Experiment at that
Yeah.
point.
So this was definitely my introduction to the mythology that is the
Gotcha.
Stanford Prison Experiment. Um, because yeah, I didn't know about it at that time. I was, a dumb kid. But, the movie stuck with me, and it was also, I remember that I have this memory of being recommended this and taking this
Hmm.
recommendation, and then kind of like being a little taken aback by, oh, this is, so weird.
It's
I
and
didn't
it's
know people.
foreign.
Yeah, I didn't know people spoke German. I thought that was just something that they said every once in a while in Indiana Jones movies. You know, so yeah, no, it was definitely a. I had actually seen Run Lola Run at that point because that was the touch point that the guy told me, and I was like, oh, and the reason for that is The Matrix and Run Lola Run were like big movies in the homeschool group that I was in for
Okay,
some reason. So
that's
those were like,
I can totally see Matrix. I'm a little surprised by the Run Lola Run, but
I think Run Lola Run, I can kind of explain that away. There's like a little bit of pop philosophy in it, and
mm,
I think it kind of like my homeschool group was kind of conservative-ish, smarty pantses, and so I think
conservative
that was
adjacent.
conservative adjacent, yeah. Smarty pantses, and so like they, that was totally up their alley, and so was The Matrix and stuff. So
Oh yeah. Well, and the Matrix has a very clear like Christ Savior complex through line that I mean that was all the rage in at least the
oh yeah,
circles I was in.
yeah.
So
I think The Matrix and Gladiator and Braveheart and Lord of the
I still
Rings.
I still cry at Braveheart.
Yeah, but I'm just naming like the sermon illustration
Oh yeah,
movies,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame ones. So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Very much so.
yeah.
So I deeply hold on to any memories of actual movies I found at a movie store
Mhm.
because I look at those times so fondly. Um, and so the fact that you got it at a Hollywood video that was closing down is kind of amazing. Um,
Yeah, I had a real deep connection with the Hollywood Video from my town.
uh,
So
yeah, yeah. I'd been to some Hollywood videos. I was more in touch with Blockbuster, you know, but and also small little video stores that were in my hometown that were not franchises. They were just one-off video stores, which was fairly common um, back in the day. So
yeah,
before Blockbuster got too big to fail, and then we realized that they still failed. Um, and then isn't so this will put us on a tangent.
yeah,
I think about this a lot. Um, I think about the fact that like we've gotten down the road of like I guess whatever you want to call it, late stage capitalism. What yeah, whatever to the point where like you actually mourn the potential destruction of like a Barnes and Noble when Barnes and Noble was the thing that you despised, destroying all of the small bookstores.
yeah.
Um, because you're like, oh no, this is the last of a beast of like, this is the last of a type of store that is becoming less and less.
I think
Although I will say, Barnes and Noble is books are a little bit different than just about any other medium. because I don't think they'll ever go away. I don't think a
Yeah.
bookstore will ever disappear completely. But I mean, Blockbuster. I mean, the last Blockbuster in whatever Oregon, I think it is.
Yeah, I think Bend, Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, Bend, Oregon. Like that place is like a freaking religious like pilgrimage now. And you're like, yeah, but if you look at the history of it, Blockbuster was the thing that was killing all the small video stores. But yet we look back on it and we're like, oh, like we missed that even. Like we even missed the corporate representation of it. And you're just like, how sad is that?
Well, I mean, I do think that yeah, there's that aspect of it, but like, I think there's the idea of like the end shitification of these
Yeah.
things where like,
Mhm.
these things offer a great thing and then they just get worse and worse. Um, my Hollywood Video, like it felt like the Paradise Hollywood Video because it just kind of inhabited this weird thing. And we did have a couple other shops, and I went to, I would go to, like, we had All the Best Video, which actually I think there was like some vestiges of that around the area still, and that was like a local chain. We
Mhm.
had Paradise Video, which sucked, which was just like, they were just weird and mean and not great. Um, but then, then Hollywood Video, we didn't actually have a Blockbuster, I think, in town, um, ever. So I never really had the
Generally speaking,
Blockbuster.
it was either Hollywood or Blockbuster, one or the other.
It,
You didn't really see
yeah,
both of them unless you're in like a huge city.
yeah. So we didn't have that, but yeah, I mean, I remember when Hollywood Video like went out. Like I mean, one of my, I dated someone from Hollywood Video, so like,
Whoa.
there were like people there that I like got to know real
Hmm.
well, and then it was it they were local people, so like I think beyond this and shitification is kind of where, when the corporate world stops kind of caring about this, these things become like shells for the local world to kind of inhabit and make its own again.
Yeah.
And then when that thing dies, it is sad. So like, the Barnes and Nobles, yes, that is kind of its weird corporate thing, but we don't have a lot of bookstores in Chico as it is. And so you do see, the book nerds going there, having, it's one place where it doesn't feel like oppressive to kind of go on a first date there, or
Hmm.
like, there's even like a Starbucks cafe that you can kind of sit at, and
Did you know? Did you know the funny thing about Starbucks cafes and Barnes and Noble?
I didn't know the funny thing about Starbucks cafes and Barnes and Noble.
You cannot use the coupons for Starbucks there because it's not actually a Starbucks cafe. They
Yeah.
just sell Starbucks coffee.
No, I think
Isn't
that's
that
true.
that's
I think that's
hilarious?
I think
No,
that's
I
true of some of them.
when I worked in the
Yeah.
cafe, I had to like tell people whenever they offered like, "Hey, I had this coupon for Starbucks. Sorry, I can't take that.
Mm.
We're not actually a Starbucks cafe. We just sell their coffee."
Yeah. Well, and that almost makes it kind of more fun and interesting too.
Yeah.
Like, it's this weird thing, and you can split hairs about like, who the corpo is, but like, I think at this point, if there's a person behind the counter and that person like lives in your community, like
Hmm.
that, I think there's still humanity there. So
As opposed to some like nameless group of people who are like processing your one-click order and like shipping it to you and
Yeah.
delivering it to you, and they're probably getting paid shit. And I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's at least you have a face in a corporate like brick and mortar store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's people who lament the death of video stores get shat upon a lot of times for just being
Mhm.
overly nostalgic. I'm like, bullshit. No, this is like what Cory Doctorow says. This is just the beginning of the enshittification of reality.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah.
guy, I always had like a kind of. I thought he's smart, but I always thought he was kind of like curmudgeonly. So,
Well, that's so
and I
funny
like
because
that idea. Yeah.
about 10 years ago, he was on the tech accelerationist like he was on that kind of level.
Hmm.
Like he thought tech was going to get to the point where it was going to be like people are going to just live a life of luxury while the robots do the grunt work, all that stuff. And
Yeah.
something happened. I don't I you know, it's anyone's guess, pick your poison as to what you want to blame it on, but somewhere in that last 10 years, he went full on like fuck technology, like it's like
I think I think the idea is that nothing happened and nothing is gonna happen, and
yeah,
then he
exactly.
realized that.
He realized it and he was like, yeah, I don't know why I'm putting my faith in this because
Well, I think all it is like the biggest name that you hear kind of saying that stuff is like what Musk, and
yeah, Sam
it's
Altman.
part of yeah, it's part of their brand to like make you believe that so that you give them more money to do whatever they're
Yep.
doing. So it's a grift, and maybe that's what he realized. He was like, I don't want to grift anymore. So yeah,
Yeah. I
but
don't want to shill. I don't want to shill for these people. Yeah.
yeah,
No, yeah.
dude, this is
Yeah.
depressing. How has your life been? Are you frozen right now? How is?
I'm no, I'm constantly just letting it go. Um,
Oh, I I
um,
get it.
yeah, no, we were part of the great Midwest snow apocalypse 2026. We got about a foot or give or
Oh,
take of snow. At least that's what the local weather station was saying. Whether or not that's actually accurate, who knows? But it was quite a bit of snow, and to the point that like it started snowing. The first night of snow was last Friday, and then it snowed again on Saturday night. It stopped snowing on Sunday morning slash afternoon, and no school Monday, no school today, and no school tomorrow. Um, so yeah, it's been
you've been
grand.
going crazy.
Um, well, so I took Monday off so I could take care of
Okay.
the kids while my wife did her remote work. Monday is her long day, so the idea
Mm,
of she has to have a certain number of sessions after 5 every week, and so taking away that Monday, taking Mondays off outside of a holiday makes for really rough weeks. And so she was like, I was like, well, I can take Monday off if you'll take Tuesday off because it's one of her shorter days. So she took off today, took care of the kids while I went to work, and then tomorrow we're shipping our kids off to our the daycare that we uh, use in these situations where neither one of us feel like we can take off work, um, but we have to pay for it. So um, yeah, so yeah, hopefully they'll go back to school on Thursday and finish off the week on Friday, and then apparently we're supposed to get another round of it in this next coming weekend, so we'll see how that goes. But I think it looks mainly like it's just gonna be really fucking cold. But it does look like we have some chances of some snow. I doubt it's gonna be as bad as this last weekend, but yeah, it's pretty cold. Today was the first day we got over freezing since Friday. So
Ooh. Yeah.
Most of the time it had been in the teens with a wind chill that was putting us underneath 0. So yeah,
That sounds
fun times.
this sounds like a blast.
How's it?
Wind blast.
How's it going in sunny, warm California?
Well, we're actually having a great year. I think we're gonna pay for it eventually, but it was a temperate summer, and it's been a pretty chill. We've had a couple days of rain, you know, but I think the low was yesterday, and it got to like 30 to maybe like around freezing at the lowest point, but like I'm looking, and like the lows at like midnight are going to be in the 40s, and then it's going to be in the 60s during the day. So
Nice.
It's just real nice winter weather. The worst thing is,
do you think that the weather knows that like your governor is like gonna save the country?
he's not going to save the country. He's going to make deals with the corporations, and they're going to burn your villages. So that's what you have to look forward to when you
That's
elect.
not what I heard. All the pundits I've been listening to have been saying he's going to save the nation.
You know what? I think about anyone could probably do a more competent job than who is in charge right now, but it doesn't mean that I would vote for Newsom with a happy face. So,
or you just wouldn't vote for him at all. I mean, you live in California.
Potentially, I don't know.
Chances are pretty good that he would win regardless. And then you could say, I abstained. I did not have any part in this.
I honestly don't care. I think I more or less just wouldn't vote for,
I just assumed that the weather in California was just like the John the Baptist of Newsom's like prophetic career in this nation.
I will let you vote for Newsom in the great state of Oklahoma,
fuck that guy.
where it matters.
No, I'm not gonna vote for that guy. What a douche.
Yeah. No. With not voting for Vance, I feel like I'm using my brain to not vote for him. With not voting for Newsom, I'm using my bitterness and disgust. So, I just won't vote for either of them if it comes down to that. I mean, at the same time, it also I think it doesn't matter that much if you do vote for, who you don't really. I don't know. It doesn't really matter who you vote for.
Are you saying that our country is not really based on a true semblance of democracy?
Not when you live in California, so. Yeah.
Not when you live in the United States of America either.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a pretty common discussion my wife and I have had for the last year and some change. Is like, what does it look like to be like, I don't know, thoughtful and intentional in America in this day and age? Like, it's
yeah, I don't know, but like, I think depending on where you're at, it's what does it look like to not get shot at, I guess.
Oh yeah.
I just
or not having your kids shot at. Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy too. Like, just seems weird. And I know part of it is like, you know, if you spend too much time in the news, you're gonna like walk away with all the terrible stories, but like it's still, I don't know, still kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I've got
crazy.
a
It's yeah.
I've got a friend who the last shooting in Minneapolis was right down the street from her and her husband. I was like, damn, that is between that and Snowpocalypse. She was like, I drank a lot this weekend. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
no.
had to calm my nerves a bit.
Yeah.
Um, I was like, yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, but also this is depressing. So why don't we move on to something happier?
Oh, like the Stanford
Jamison.
Prison Experiment.
I mean, I personally think it's the hey hey. Have you ever seen the actual movie that's called the Stanford Prison Experiment?
No, I haven't.
It's not good. At least I didn't think it was good. I thought it was dull. Um, it was like pretty highly acclaimed at the time it came out as like 2015, 2016, something like that. Um, and yeah, it was. I watched it and I was like, yeah, I feel like it's not. It's no DOS experiment. You know, I mean, let's be honest. This is you go into this one, you're like, is the cover with him with the like the plugs in his head
Yeah. Yeah.
and like they're like that's like very sci-fi,
Exactly,
um,
exactly. Yeah.
which makes no sense because I don't. Does he even have that in the movie at all?
Yeah, he does at one point. It's the when they put him in the box to like do the test, they run a test on him and they're
Oh,
like, "Oh, this won't be unpleasant at all." And then they proceed to show him the most unpleasant like flash footage
yeah.
ever. um
I must that must have been directly after the boobies because I have no recollection of seeing that part.
I don't honestly. Was there like I think there was a couple boobies, so I don't know. There may have been some boobies in that.
Maybe so. Yeah. So Das experiment. That sounds French.
Yeah, this is
Das
German.
experiment. Um, yeah, I didn't know what to expect. So I I read the synopsis, and the first thing that came to my head was the Stanford Prison Experiment because that's what it's based on. Um, but
I think it's based on a book that is a fictional account of that. I
which is
thought I
hilarious.
read that, which is funny given the information we know
It's
about.
funny because apparently the Stanford Prison Experiment was nowhere near as exciting as this was. Um,
Yeah, no.
um, yeah, I watched this movie. I didn't know what to expect because I honestly don't think I'd ever seen a 2000s German film before. Um, most of my German film experience has been like silent or um, like 50s, 60s, or I don't know. It just like the idea of a 2000s German film seemed odd to me. So I didn't know what to expect going into this, and I came away from it deeply pleased.
Well, good.
I'm not gonna say it's a great film. I don't think it's great, but I was deeply pleased.
It was. Uh, I think you texted me and you were like, "Wow, I wasn't expecting it to go balls out like
At
this."
the end. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it it does. It
It takes a turn at the very
it
end. You're like, whoa, okay,
it
this is what we're
keeps
doing.
yeah, it keeps ratcheting up quite a bit. So yeah.
Um, so between your first and or second viewings back in the day and this viewing, did your opinion of the movie shift in the positive, or were you like, what is this pretentious bullshit?
I think I thought it was less pretentious actually this time
Okay,
around. Like
nice.
I and you know what did it for me was it starts and uh I forget what song it is, but it's Linkin Park.
Oh
It's
gosh,
like
yeah.
I don't know if it's One Step Closer or something like that. And it
This
just
movie should
like
come with a trigger warning.
yeah, it just starts playing and I'm like, "Oh, this is definitely like of a time
Yeah.
and is dating itself." And I think that that made me feel like it didn't take itself too seriously. And
Okay.
maybe I was like, I think when I first watched it, I was like, "Oh, this must be high art." Oh, blah blah blah, and I didn't know anything when I
Hmm.
first watched it, and this time it seemed a little goofier, and it seemed like it was trying to be a little bit goofier, which maybe I'm giving a little too much credit to Oliver Hirschbiegel.
That's
Um,
a great name, by the way.
yeah, the I think he's most famously known for Downfall,
Hmm.
um, which I actually haven't seen outside of
The memes.
the memes. Yeah, so
I
I
haven't
don't.
either,
Yeah,
and I
um,
don't really have any desire to. That's the
yeah.
funny
No,
part.
I'm not super. Uh, yeah, super interested in that, but um, but yeah, he also directed The Invasion, which is one of the um, 5 remakes of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
And it's not a good movie,
This
but
is what I've heard.
I have a distinct memory of renting it from Blockbuster in Lubbock, Texas, when I was in grad school, and thinking, "Oh, this might be fun." It's body snatchers, It's, I mean, you can't really go wrong with that story. And I remember there being some pretty cool scenes in it, but on the whole, it's pretty soulless.
That is really unfortunate because like I think this director knows how to put together a movie. I think
Well,
Das Experiment shows that, and it has Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig.
mhm,
It's got enough talent behind it,
yeah,
so you know.
yeah. It's one I'm kind of curious to watch again at some point to see if it was just wasn't working for me at the time.
Hmm.
Um, it got panned like
Yeah,
by critics when it came out, but maybe I was so deeply influenced by the critical appraisal of it that I just like saw what they saw and didn't see anything else. So I am kind of curious. Like I hadn't even thought about the film until I looked up this director and I
hmm
was like, oh, he did that? Okay. That's interesting. So now like I am kind of curious to go back and view it now that I've watched this one and largely enjoyed it.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so
And
there is one thing. Can you explain this to me? What was the point of the girlfriend in this movie?
oh my god, I have no idea. No, so I think this is where the movie is like not it kind of flies off the handle, jumps the shark or whatever you want to say, because there's so she gets introduced into the movie because right before this, the main character, he's a reporter, and apparently he shirks off his responsibilities, but comes back with this great idea that he's going to join this experiment that's very much like the Stanford Prison Experiment. And he's signed up for it. He's done all the tests, and he's gonna infiltrate it. He has his metaverse glasses that he uses to record everything, and he's gonna do that. And then, like a few nights before he does this, he gets in this car accident with this girl and takes her home, bangs her, and they apparently fall in love. It's not very
She wakes up the
clear.
next morning and he's gone.
No, he wakes up and she's gone.
Oh, she's gone.
You flipped
Shit.
it, yeah. But even crazier, Blake. What happens while he's like stuck in the experiment? She breaks into his house and just starts like
Living there and
living
masturbating
there
there
and
and like
yeah, exactly. So this not only is this guy like experiencing like psychological torture, his life is being like pilfered by this crazy lady who doesn't really get an explanation. Like it it really doesn't make any sense, but she does save the day. So it's
yeah.
not like she's a force of evil in this story. She's not. She's just doing all these things that seem
She's chaotic
crazy.
neutral.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I I found myself the whole movie. I was like, okay, so why should I care about this person?
You know what? I know why. Boobies.
Well, yeah, of course, there's that, but outside of that, I'm like beyond the boobies. I'm like, why am I supposed to care about this person?
Yeah. No. Exactly. Exactly.
And then you're like at the end, you're like, okay, she does play a part, but then you're like, why was I supposed to care about this person before this point? Because
Yeah.
it doesn't really make any sense as to why she's the one who like foils this whole thing. Um, and I'm like, I was deeply in, and I thought maybe I had missed something in the auto translate of the movie. Because good lord, it was I got just enough to make sense of the film, but I do not recommend.
So okay. Here is a movie that I almost wonder if it was going for this. So remember, about a year ago, we watched another prison movie
Mhm.
that was actually much better than this, but Brute Force
Yeah.
was its name. Brute Force has this one scene slash like kind of a running thing where
Oh, where the
the
men were talking about the loves of their life. Yeah.
loves of their life, and they have an avatar to kind of represent her.
Mhm.
And there was one point in the movie, and I think it was around the time she breaks into his house, and he's kind of like thinking about her. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's actually happening, that she did break into his house, because it doesn't actually make
Um,
sense. And so I was thinking maybe it was, he didn't have a lot of people in his life at this point. Maybe he was like projecting onto this girl. He's in prison,
yeah.
and so potentially there was a little bit of that, but it turns out she's real and she's actually like doing this
Yeah.
chaotic stuff, and so it kind of like it kind of takes away from that interpretation in that way.
Yeah,
And
because if it was just in all in his head and she was like not actually present in any of that, then she wouldn't have come to the prison in the first place. And you're just yeah,
yeah,
it seemed like there's some kind of plot point that needed to be added to make it cohesive, to make
hmm,
that a reasonable addition to the story. Because really, if you think about it, like she didn't need to be in the movie. They could have found another way to foil the whole scheme in the first place.
yeah,
There are plenty of other characters that we knew were significant to the story. Who I thought got the shortest of shrift?
Oh.
The lady doctor.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, talk about just getting like shit on the whole movie and then nearly getting raped. You're
Yeah.
just like, wow. You really were just here for looks, apparently. Like, um, because she had very little to work with. She was kind of like a plot point, just
Yeah,
uh,
she
just a little just a little pawn in the chess game.
yeah, she was kind of like she had a couple moments where she was like the conscience in the way
Yeah,
of the experiment, but no one listened to her, and
yeah,
you know, I think as I was watching it, I was thinking about how the kind of what sets everything off is they try to force this guy to drink milk, but he's lactose intolerant. And, it's interesting because, even if you gave it like 10 years, that probably wouldn't have been that believable. They would have been like, oh, you can't run an experiment, and not take
yeah.
into account like food allergies. Cause yeah, that's dangerous. Um, but, that was like the point that kind of kicks off, yeah, I guess kicks off this war between the guards and the prisoners. Yeah.
Specifically, the head guard and the
Hmm.
and the reporter
What was
are
his
our
name?
protagonists.
Yeah, his name was Barris.
Yeah,
Barris
Varys.
and Tarek.
I mean, that was honestly that was a pretty ballsy move on Tarek's part to start undressing him in a homosexual way. I was like, that plays a little differently nowadays.
Hmm.
It's like,
Yeah, that too. That too. Honestly, I think if anybody like does the the acting from Barris, I think is really good. Like
oh yeah,
he
yeah,
he ends up giving a very very kind of sinister
hmm
role there. Um,
yeah. I think he's on par with Hume Cronin as far as like the
yeah,
sadistic, um, power hungry guard character.
yeah. What's cool is like it's not the biggest guy who's kind of the scariest. There are things that are off about him, like he smells weird,
Yeah,
and other people are like, why does he smell? And so that kind of like sets him apart in these ways, but yeah, he really I don't know these actors very well because they're not American like they should be, but but
they definitely don't fucking speak English.
yeah, so this is Barris is Justice von Donaghy. I guess he was also in Downfall. But yeah, he just gives a very very convincing and
What part did he play in
terrifying.
Downfall? Was it Hitler? Because that'd be hilarious.
Uh William Bergdorf, or
Yeah. Okay.
Wilhelm Bergdorf.
Okay.
So, um yeah.
I would have started giggling if you'd said Hitler.
Yeah, not Hitler, but probably only because he didn't really look like Hitler. So
Oh yeah, but you could have put a wig on him. Been
put a wig
fine.
on it. Put a wig on it.
Just put a wig on it. Do you feel like that you know the basic outline of the Stanford Prison Experiment, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, people end up being shitty if you give them the right constraints and um, powers and whatnot over others. Uh,
the right
which
prompts.
should not have been surprising to anyone. Um, I mean, just look at history.
Yeah.
um, but do you feel like that you learned something transcendent about human nature by watching Das Experiment?
Mm,
Do you feel like that they nailed the point of the Stanford Prison Experiment?
I mean, I think I haven't dug into it, but I know that the controversy over it was that it was more play acting than experiment.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I think I think like what you said is true, which is like no, this isn't really a surprising result.
Yeah,
I think the only thing that's surprising about it is seeing seeing it happen is shocking. No matter if you see
yeah.
people act it out or um, you
Actually,
know
do it.
actually do it. And so, if anything, the movie has almost more power than uh, a faux experiment in that way
Hmm.
because it can show that no, you're capable of being shocked even
Yeah.
if and that's a good thing actually. Like, you
Hmm.
should be shocked by these things, you should cringe, you should feel bad when you know people in power abuse their power to hurt people who are under them. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Part of me wondered if the final escape at the end, uh, while I thought it was actually the crowning achievement of the movie itself, uh, because that's when it went really batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Um, from that point on, I was like, yeah, I dig this movie. I dig it. I don't think it lends itself to any kind of thoughtful um, meditation on human nature to let that release valve happen. But um, it makes for a hella fun movie, though.
Yeah.
And that's really what I came for.
Yeah.
I mean, I know enough about human nature. I don't necessarily need to have that every single time.
It,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if you want to see people abusing their power, just open open the news. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
just
Or I
read
don't
the
know,
news,
read a book. Uh,
read a book. Yeah,
read a history book. I don't
read a
know.
history book. Yeah, there's so many outlets for that
Yeah.
story right now.
Um, yeah, I found this movie to be I will admit the first, 30 minutes or so, I was trying to find my grounding in it because I was trying to figure out what is going on here. Okay, so they're picking all the people. You've got this weird like accident with the girl and whatnot, and then you have these flashbacks, and you're like, okay, well, okay, what? And it feels like halfway through the movie, like he drops all that shit, and he's like, okay, now we're gonna get to the real meat and potatoes of this movie,
Mhm.
and you're like, okay, okay, yeah, this is more what I expected from the movie.
Yeah.
Um, but it does make you go back to the first half, and you're like, how do I fit this in? Like, like what we were doing earlier with the crazy lady soccer. Um, like part of the fun of movies like this is even if it's just clearly just a misstep
Hmm.
narratively, it becomes a really fun game to go down rabbit holes to try to figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Um, and isn't that quite possibly the most positive take on a film when you're willing to go to such extent to make it work on their behalf.
Yeah, yeah. You're willing to like take it. I mean, this is like what people do with Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Where like clearly, uh, the, you know, oh my god, like George Lucas, like didn't have all of that thought out. Like
Oh.
he did not have millions of hours of YouTube videos worth of context. But
Nope.
you know,
You know
you
who
all
did
did.
though? You know who
Yeah.
did though? J.R.R. Tolkien.
Oh,
That
well.
motherfucker had that whole world like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Now,
That's true, but like that's all he did was build Middle Earth, right? Like he did other
and
things.
look where that got him. Fucking
Uh
grave.
fucking grave. A special on Amazon. Uh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Like,
my gosh.
and then like, I don't know, like 6 shitty movies
Not
by
no
Peter
that
Jackson.
the world's most evil corporation naming their business after the clearly evil item in your book.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
It's good shit. It's good shit.
dude, sometimes I feel bad for him because of how much he gets trashed on.
Yeah.
From
I
just
actually like the guy a lot.
no, I like
Um,
him, but like it's just like I can't believe that there's a company called Palantir
yeah.
that that prides itself in spying on people. Just like
Gotta get that defense contract money,
I
bro.
cannot. I just I mean it's on the same level of the world's worst company for the environment naming itself Amazon. It's just such a big fuck you to everything.
Uh, have you seen the CEO of Palantir? Like
Oh
any
yeah,
video with him in it?
yeah.
He's a fucking doofus, man.
You know who he looks like, and I've made this joke
Oh,
before. He
I
looks
don't
like
know.
Watiti, Taika
Oh, that's
Waititi,
funny. But
and
like a less interesting what he
yeah, like you know, the evil version of him.
Yeah.
So like, no, I I belong to a dumb Reddit where the whole point is to make
Wait, okay,
dumb
wait.
movie jokes.
Back up.
Okay.
You belong to a Reddit. Does this mean that you have an account?
No, I just follow a subreddit. I do have a Reddit
You
account.
follow it. Oh, you
I
do have
follow it. Yeah,
okay. You're one of those people? Okay, that's interesting.
yeah. I'm one
Have
of
you been
those.
red pilled yet?
Reddit pilled. Yeah,
Reddit
Reddit pilled.
yeah, Reddit pilled. That's what I
Reddit
said.
pilled.
That's what I
No,
said. Reddit pilled.
I don't know. Do you have to eat a red pill in order to do that?
Oh, I don't know. I've
Do
never
you
been on it.
remember in the Matrix? Because I don't remember which one was the good pill, which one was the bad pill.
I think the
What's
blue
the
pill
one?
was a good pill,
Was
which
that
makes
the one that
sense.
was that the one he took?
Oh, I don't remember. The last time I saw The Matrix was like 3 years ago, and it did not hold up.
I was hoping the new Matrix movie would be good. It is not. It was
Yeah.
like I had no interest. I couldn't even stay awake. It just wasn't it like
That doesn't say that doesn't mean shit for you,
but
man.
it wasn't I didn't want to go back.
Oh,
Like
you
that's
didn't want to finish it.
I didn't want to. Like Kira was like, "Wake up." And I was like, "No. It's fine.
No, you're good. I'm good.
Please. Let me get through this.
Let me have a nap.
Let me
I'm
yeah.
tired, and this is bad for my mental health.
This is not what I want."
Yeah, it was. I never even tried to watch it because I'm over the Matrix. I have been over the Matrix for years now. I went through my period where I was like big into it, and then I just was like, yeah, this can be left behind.
Yeah.
I still have not seen Speed Racer, which I have been told by my film bro people that is the Wachowski shining achievement of their career.
It's fun. It's better than The Matrix. It's also better than whatever that shitty movie is they made after.
What was it?
Oh, it was called Cloud Atlas. I
Oh,
remember.
based on the David Mitchell novel or whatever the fuck his name is.
Dude, that I was like, I remember watching previews for this, and I was thinking, oh, maybe this will be good. I like Wachowski movies, and I went to see that movie. It was my first experience going to a. I was in Austin, Texas. It was my first experience going to that. What's that chain?
Alamo Drafthouse.
Alamo Drafthouse. And I was so excited. And that movie stunk. It was poo poo cinema.
Yeah.
And that was probably the moment where I was like, maybe movies aren't always great. And it was my starting to not be as interested in things that
Do
come
you
out.
do you want to know what my first Alamo Drafthouse movie was?
Was it Carrie?
No,
I
no.
don't know. That was the first one that came to my mind.
It was Pickup on South Street,
Oh.
which is the Samuel Fuller movie.
Okay.
That was my first Alamo Drafthouse movie, and it's hella good. I also saw with our friend Blaine Grimes. I also saw the 40th anniversary of Alien at the Alamo Drafthouse in Lubbock.
Nice.
So I got to see Alien on the big screen.
And Blaine Grimes, he's going to be our biggest get on this podcast, right?
Yeah, because
He's our white whale.
he is our white whale. He's given up podcasting and he refuses to do it. But we will get him eventually. It may be the last thing we do.
It may destroy us.
May destroy us, but it will happen. I also think that I was thinking about this earlier when you were talking about Newsom and his your bitterness towards him, because I
Yeah.
think that whenever we do decide to end this podcast, which God forbid ever happens, we should do that movie as the final episode.
Wait,
Matthew McConaughey, bus driver, Paradise Fire,
yeah,
Paul Greengrass.
Oh no! Can we watch a good movie to end this podcast?
Hey, it might be good. You don't know that.
I would like to forget about that movie. Which is actually perfect for the podcast. We should watch it.
Sounds like something we need to eulogize.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should watch it and eulogize it, and then never watch it again. I hope that this podcast outlives that movie.
Exactly.
That's my hope.
I got us off on a tangent, but DASA Experiment, I found it to be a pretty good beginning to the season. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I especially liked the violence at the very end.
Yeah.
There was a certain level of bloodlust that I was like, okay, all right, we're doing this. Cool.
Yeah. What was the last movie we watched? We watched Man of the House. I think we were in some need for some violence.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Something a little bit more R-rated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you that because you're the first you started this year with the picking, that my
Mm-hmm.
goal for the year is to pick my movies based on your theme.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a personal thing. Like if it was reversed, then I would say you don't need to do this, but this is a challenge to myself. Is I'm going to pick things that tie in to what you pick.
Yeah.
And just really like go for it.
When you showed me the movie that you picked, I didn't realize you were doing that until you explicitly said it, and then I was like, "Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense."
Yep.
But I am excited for the movie that you did pick. So,
Yeah.
it looks like a gem. So,
Yeah, and it's gonna be a nice little callback in some ways
Mhm.
to a previous film from last year. Um, but we'll get into that next time.
You know what's
Uh,
funny about that movie? I liked that movie a lot,
yeah,
but the connection to this movie, I would not have remembered that he was in the first movie if we didn't make a big deal about it on this podcast. If we
that's
like
fair.
didn't name our episode after him.
Yeah,
Um yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I just yeah, but
That's fair.
yeah.
I mean, not everyone can be blonde and beautiful.
Not everyone can be blonde and beautiful. So
Yeah. Um, yeah. So DOS experiment?
you keep bringing us back. What do you want me to say to put this to
I don't
bed?
know. I don't know. What what even is this?
What? This is a movie. It's German. It's about the Stanford. So the movie. Oh, I found this out because I was surfing the web while we were talking. But
Oh,
the movie
great!
was
I'm so glad that my conversation has been enlightening to you and
no.
has kept you
My
engaged.
my computer is off. It was I was trying to remember names from the movie. But no, the it's based on a novel called Black Box, and the author of that wrote the screenplay for DOS Experiment. So,
Okay,
um, so yeah,
so it's probably so that kind of
probably
makes me want to
faithful. Yeah.
probably fairly faithful, which makes me kind of want to read the book to see why was the girl in it again.
You know what, Blake? If you want to read that book, that's fine. I'm not going to read that book with you. You've already dragged me into enough books. I have a log of like 4 books at this
Not
state
only
with
that,
you.
but the book cord is back.
Yeah, you fucking asshole brought back a second book club that I'm going to have to read because I want to read that book, but I don't have time for that. Blake keeps adding every time we record. I have like 5 other books that I have to read from Blake. Um. Anyway, but it's fine.
You're gonna
I
love it.
okay. So I'm going to finish Lonesome Dove, but I literally hurt my leg, and so I haven't been running. So
You haven't. You've hurt your leg.
I hurt
How
my
did you?
leg.
Okay, wait. You've been burying the lead this whole fucking time.
So no. I
How has
tried.
this not come up on this podcast?
Well, because it's recent. I actually tried to run through it because that's how you heal. Is you put more pressure on the thing. I'm not a doctor.
That
Do
seems
not
like a bad idea.
actually. I am a doctor, not a medical doctor. Do not follow my medical advice, please. Um, that is a bad idea. I'm telling you that that's what I was trying to do. It didn't work. I just took a week off and it's healing. And then I tried to run. That didn't help. So I took another week off and it's actually getting a lot better.
Do you think that your
Transition.
ability to run is like dying as you wait
No,
these
no.
2 weeks?
Well, yes, I feel that. it makes me crazy because I want to be running and I can't. So I've been riding my bike, trying to do something. But yeah.
You know who
Anyway,
else is going to be running here pretty soon?
Blake Collier.
Gavin Newsom.
Oh, fuck you.
Uh,
That was
um,
you got me. You got me.
I, yeah, yeah. I'm probably never going to read this book, but maybe I'll look it up and see if I can figure out why the girl was in it. Maybe I can like find the text and put it into AI,
I was
and
gonna
I can ask
say
it that question.
just give it to AI. Just ask
Or maybe I can
ChatGPT.
just ask AI
You know what?
because it doesn't
If
matter if it's right or not.
and that's what it'll tell you. It'll tell you anything you want to hear. So
Beautiful. I will lead Gemini on, and I'll be like, I'm going to put the answer I want in the form of a question.
yeah,
As my wife constantly gives me shit about, that's a leading question. That's a leading question.
or an
Uh,
answer to Jeopardy.
well, maybe sometimes fucking questions need to be leading. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Blake, the experiment. I mean, DOS experiment. Uh,
Did you ever watch the Forrest Whitaker and Adrian Brody version?
no,
Okay, so I'm guessing Adrian Brody is playing the reporter guy. Is
I
Forrest
don't
Whitaker
know.
the bad guy, or is he like the army guy that kills people at the end with the reporter guy?
Let me just see. Let me look this up. Um,
Because Forrest Whitaker can play a bad guy. I've seen it happen before.
wasn't he a bad guy in The Last King of Scotland?
Yes, and he was also a bad guy in Street Kings, which was a fucking excellent Keanu Reeves movie.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that. Uh, oh, Forrest Whitaker is the bad guy. Yeah, Adrian Brody is as Travis instead of Tarek, and Forrest Whitaker as Michael Barris, Barris. So, yeah. Anyway,
I'm kind of
um,
curious to watch that now,
I've always wondered if
just
it
for
was
shits and
decent,
giggles.
uh, but but yeah, I don't.
You're
Uh,
don't worry about it. I'm gonna take care of that for you, Jamison. You're gonna be busy reading. Um,
yeah,
so
I don't.
let me
Go ahead.
let me let me take that bullet.
Yeah. Let's see. What else has this guy done? The guy who directed it.
Oh,
Looks
directed
like,
the American version,
yeah, it looks like this is like his only.
crowning
He
achievement.
Yeah, he did some Prison Break. Um, he's the creator of Prison Break.
Oh, he's the creator of Prison Break. Well, I watched the first season of Prison Break, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, he's the guy. He's the. That's what people said was the first season was good, and then
Don't ever watch
uh,
anymore.
yeah, the second season they go back in, and
Yeah.
it you just can't believe it. There were 5 seasons of Prison Break, and in fact, the 5th season came after there was a movie that came out called The Final Break, which is clearly a lie because there's a whole nother season after The Final Break. That's probably what happened was
Damn.
people lost faith after they lied to their face.
Do you think that maybe all those seasons broke him?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe all that was left was the breakdown.
Um, do you think he just had to go for broke?
You know what? I think so. I think he was a broken man.
He's a broken man. Oh,
Yeah.
them the brakes.
I think we have to put the brakes on this. This joke doesn't have any legs because someone came and broke them.
Kind of like your leg.
Yeah, so my leg, I think there was a stress fracture. I think that's what happened, and it was not getting any better by
What,
running on it.
Jamison? Have you been stressed out about something lately?
It's possible that was the issue. No,
Oh,
I
interesting.
I think I just overused it. One thing that Doctor GPT was telling me was that stress fractures can actually happen.
Please tell me you didn't actually ask ChatGPT about this.
I didn't. I did, but it was more or less. Does this sound like a stress fracture? Because it's not going away. And it was like, yeah, it does sound like stress fracture. You should go to the doctor. And I was like, fuck you. I don't listen to robots. And I didn't go to the doctor. I just took a break. So,
Literally.
yeah. No, I honestly think all I needed to do was just not use it in the way that I know was hurting me. And
That's fair.
after a little bit, I think it'll be okay. But I'll update you next time.
Okay.
I promise.
Hey, what's done is done. I mean, I'm just asking questions here.
Hey, just asking questions.
DOS experiment.
Yes, Blake. What else is there? What else is there to say
There's
about
nothing else I want to say about this movie. I just had to put that in there.
this? Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing else.
All right. I don't think I have anything either. Do we have anything for the listeners?
I mean, we gave them an hour and 15 minutes. I mean, that should be enough.
Yeah, if you're not sick of us by now, you should
Well,
get
if you're
that
not
checked
sick of
out.
us by now, then you've gone through 4 full seasons. Well, 3.5 full seasons. And
that's an exciting point. We're gonna hit our 100th episode this year.
this season, it'll be later in the year, but
Yeah,
yes, we are going to hit our. It's going to be sometime in November, December.
Yeah,
We'll figure something out, something special. We're working on it.
Very
We're
special.
mulling it over. We're trying to figure out the best, most effective, effortless way to celebrate it.
Effortless.
Effervescent.
I love that because effortless usually means highly skilled, but it just means no effort.
No effort.
I love that. The most effortless podcast, you know.
I feel like we come up with like all the best self-deprecating taglines for our podcast.
It is great. I love being an effortless podcast.
All right. I mean, it is truly effortless.
Yeah.
In all senses of the word.
Yeah.
DOS experiment.
DOS goodbye.
DOS bye-bye.
Bye-bye.